All right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tuesday out there. It is December 23rd. Let's go ahead and jump into this afternoon's video. Taking a look firstly at your radar picture, and as you can see, the current picture, there's not a whole lot going on. We just have some activity in the northeastern part of the country, seeing some snow out there. And then in the western half of the country, looks like there's some activity out there way out west. But for our region, there is not much to talk about. There is some very quiet, very nice weather out there. It is an absolutely beautiful afternoon out there on my way to the studio. It is sunny, not a lot of wind at all, hardly any wind, and it is very, very nice temperature-wise. And speaking of those temperatures, let's go ahead and look at these temperatures. We have very mild temperatures across the area. Look at this. We have 45 degrees right now in Sioux Falls. That is way above average for this time of the year. It's about 15 degrees above average. 35 in Brookings, 32 in Huron. You do notice, though, up to the northeast, we have some very cold temperatures. We are at 19 degrees in Sisseton right now. So it is significantly colder up to the north. 21 in St. Cloud, so that cold air way up to the north. We are seeing that right now. 43 in Pierre, it is 46 in Chamberlain, 51 in Winter, 52 in Valentine. Yesterday, Valentine hit 76 degrees. Incredible stuff. 55 right now in Rapid City. And you go down into Nebraska, and Nebraska is in the 50s and 60s. Now, there is one 70-degree marking, Gering, and Gering, Nebraska. Scottsbluff is at 70 degrees. And 55 in North Platte, 55 in Omaha. It's 49 in Des Moines, 45 in Iowa City, 37 in Mason City, 39 in Spencer, and 48 in Sioux City. It is 29 in the cities, 28 in Mankato. It is 37 in Rochester and 35 in Worthington, 23 in Marshall. So we have overall, with the exception of Minnesota and northeastern South Dakota, we have a very mild day today. Again, 45 in Sioux Falls. So that's what we hit yesterday, actually. So we tied yesterday's number. So we're going to jump into what's ahead in this forecast, look at the week ahead, look at your Christmas outlook, and look at your weekend forecast, as looks like we will be seeing a big change come this weekend. We'll get to that story and more. But first, let's hear a brief word from today's sponsor, CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
All right, so as we take a look at your future radar, let's go ahead and play this out. And today, again, quiet, not seeing anything in the forecast. Same thing for tomorrow. Not seeing anything. Now, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, of course, so it does look like your Christmas Eve forecast is really good. Overall, we are looking at a dry and very mild pattern that we're going to be in all week. Now, Christmas Day, what are we looking at? Well, I do want to mention Wednesday night, or I should say Thursday night into Friday morning. So Christmas Day looks really good. We do not have anything. It is going to be dry and very warm. Now, once we get towards Thursday night, basically overnight Thursday night into Friday morning, there could be a chance for some isolated light rain and light snow showers. It's going to be very light stuff, though. If anything, it would be very light and very quick moving. And as you can see, that would be the brunt of it, mainly in Minnesota and North Dakota, but some of it could sprinkle in Iowa and and northern South Dakota. So just wanted to mention that. Otherwise, for the rest of us, we are dry. Now, Friday, again, looking like another dry day. Saturday, your weekend forecast also looks dry. And then same thing on Sunday, same thing on Monday, same thing on Tuesday. Now, Tuesday night into Wednesday, we could see a system next week. Again, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Some we'll keep an eye on. Looks like maybe some rain and snow chances back into the forecast, but not too organized at this point. And that is quite a ways out yet. That's 8 days out, so a lot can still change. So that's what we have as of right now. So mainly overall, our pattern is very much dry. And we're not seeing any big systems or anything like that. And as we take a look at your temperature forecast over this week into the weekend, so let's go ahead and play this out again today. Very mild weather. And for your day tomorrow, looks like we are going to be mild across the board. Everyone's going to be seeing the mild air. Even up to the north, we'll be in the 30s, which is still above average mild for this time of the year. Sioux Falls, mid to upper 40s tomorrow. That is your forecast. So it's going to be very similar to what we're seeing today. Very similar. And then 50s and 60s out to the west once again. It's a very similar map to what we've been seeing the last few days, and we're going to be seeing it again tomorrow. So your Christmas Eve forecast looks really good. And then how about Christmas Day? Looks almost the exact same. I think we're going to be in the 40s in the eastern part of the area, 30s and 40s. I think Sioux Falls will be in the mid to upper 40s. And then out west, we're looking at 50s and 60s. Yes, you heard that correctly. 50s and 60s for high temperatures on Christmas Day. That is rare in South Dakota. That is very much rare. We do not see that every day. In fact, I don't remember ever seeing this warm of temperatures on Christmas Day. I'm sure it has happened in the past, but I have not seen that ever. Now, Friday, the day after Christmas, we are looking at another mild day. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s in the east, 50s and 60s once again out to the west. Just a very mild, warm forecast overall. And if you like that weather, it'll continue again on Saturday. Another day of very nice weather. Now, according to the European model, Sioux Falls could see the warmest day of the entire 10-day on Saturday. Now, there might be a reason to that, and I'll explain here in just a second, but look at these mild temperatures in the 40s and 50s widespread across our area. Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and South Dakota. Quad State region, very, very, very mild. That's about 20 plus degrees above average for this time of the year. However, you start to notice a change here. By Saturday night, you see some colder weather, some colder temperatures from the northwest, and that is going to be moving into our area by Sunday. So come Sunday, these are your daytime highs. As you can see, quite a significant difference compared to what we're going to be seeing over the next 5 days. Sunday, it looks like we're going to get a dramatic shift in the pattern and in the forecast, and we're looking at temperatures falling into the single digits across the northeastern area, and then teens and 20s for the rest of us. Sioux Falls, right around 20 degrees on Sunday. So it does look like it's going to be very cold on Sunday. And then Monday, we'll see what happens. Looks like Monday is probably going to be another cold day as well, with temperatures mainly in the teens and 20s for most of us again. Sioux Falls will be around 20 again. And then after that, we'll see what happens. It could warm back up next Tuesday. Could see temperatures rebounding into the 30s and 40s again. And you look at this, though. Look at next Wednesday. This is 8 days out, showing another swing in the temperatures. So I think next week could be a lot more interesting. And we do have, again, there's potential for maybe a system Tuesday night into Wednesday as well. And that would, could be mild on Tuesday, and then it could be cold again on Wednesday with that system. And yeah, some of these numbers coming in makes things very interesting for next week. The prospects of next week, we will, of course, continue to monitor it. But as of right now, it does look like there's probably going to be a roller coaster of temperatures next week. And another side note here, looking at the wind gust map. There's not a whole lot of wind to talk about. Now, I will notice Thursday, there could be some pretty strong winds out in the Black Hills region of 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. That would be on Thursday. Did want to mention that. And then we don't really see any winds until we get towards Sunday. Now, look at some of these numbers coming in on Sunday. 40 to 50 miles per hour in our area. So something to keep an eye on for Sunday. Looks like we could see some pretty strong gusty winds on Sunday, and then it looks like those will go away again. So did want to mention that and throw that in there. All right, so wrap things up with your 10-day forecast for Sioux Falls. Again, 40s the next couple of days. And then on Christmas, it looks like a pretty nice forecast overall. I think we're going to be warmer than that temperature, though. I think Sioux Falls will be in the 40s on Christmas Day, and then 40s again on Friday, and then 50 on Saturday before we really cool things down on Sunday back into around 20 degrees, and then same thing on Monday, and then next week back into the 30s on Tuesday, and then dropping again Wednesday and Thursday. So again, next week looks like a little bit of a roller coaster ride of temperatures. Again, not seeing, as of right now, not seeing any moisture in the forecast. For the Aberdeen area, looks like 30s the next few days. Christmas looks pretty solid, mid-30s for a high for Aberdeen. Warmest day looks to be on Saturday with temperatures in the low 40s, and then we're going to really drop in temperatures by Sunday with a temperature of 12, and then 20s and 30s next week, roller coaster of temperatures for Aberdeen as well, and not seeing any moisture in the forecast either for Aberdeen. For the Pierre area, looks like we're going to be warmer. We're going to be in the 40s the next several days. Christmas around 50 degrees, and then around 50 on Saturday, and we're going to cool things down to around 20 on Sunday, and then 30 on Monday, 45 on Tuesday, and then mid-30s for the end of that 10-day. And again, no moisture to speak of in the forecast. And then for the Rapid City area, significantly warmer. Look at your Christmas forecast, 64 degrees and sunny. I think that is very much in the cards. And 50s the next few days overall. A very, very nice forecast for Rapid City. Hopefully you guys can get out and enjoy that. But then you notice the one day on Sunday. That's the big cool down day, 31. And that's really not that cold compared to the rest of the region. But for Rapid City, that's probably going to feel cold. And then 40s and 50s next week, rebounding right back to the 40s and 50s. So it looks like a very mild forecast for Rapid City. So this was sponsored by the Black Venom Outdoors and the Gatekeeper Security and Fence. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and X, and follow us as well on Instagram and TikTok. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back, of course, for another video tomorrow.